Welcome to the Victory Formation Lounge podcast, a pro football concentrated podcast that discusses NFL games week to week.
We are back. It's finally time.
Nick Bosa's back too.
Wow.
And I'm going to be saying it a lot.
Off season is finally over. We are officially in week 1. Kickoff is tomorrow as the defending champs, the Chiefs, take on the Detroit Lions.
Did you say cheats? The cheats?
The cheats.
Shit.
That's how you want to refer to them as. But
yes,
yeah. NFL season 2023-24 is officially here, and we are here to preview week 1. I'm Tony, fan of the Indianapolis Colts.
Minos, Nick Bosa's biggest fan right now.
John, Washington, currently the Commanders fan.
That's soon to change.
Formerly the team, formerly the Redskins, formerly the Foreskins, formerly the Mark
Wow.
We actually used to be we used to be the Boston Redskins too, the Boston Braves or something before we.
That's a fun fact I didn't know about.
Yeah,
pretty cool. We're waiting on our man Kweku for the Eagles. He's for some reason late. I anticipate
he's stuck on the Schuylkill.
But yeah.
He got carjacked in Philly.
Before we actually, this guy, Philly's a hot one right now. But before we actually get into the games, hey, we got breaking news. Minos, what's good with your star defensive lineman?
Have any of y'all heard that Nick Bosa just became the richest defensive player in NFL history?
Currently.
Yeah.
I did.
The man is back. His mom has already come out and said he's in the best shape of his life, even better than what he was going into last season when he was the defensive player of the year. Now he's fresh. He ain't worn down from training camp. He's coming to take Kenny Pickett's cookies.
Word.
Trent Williams and George Kittle restructured their contract, creating another $24 million. We cut a backup kicker for some unknown reason that we traded for his dumbass, saving another $2 million.
Who's that?
Zane Gonzalez. He pulled his calf muscle, and so we were like, yes, injury settlement. Got rid of his ass.
I didn't even think backup kickers was a thing. I thought you just sign people off the street if somebody got hurt.
For some stupid reason, we traded a 7th round pick for his ass to the Panthers, and then we drafted a kicker in the 3rd round.
I would. I mean, they do have backup kickers in training camp as an extra body, extra leg. But
who is your kicker right now? You still have Robbie Gould?
Nope, Robbie Gould is a free agent. We have Jake Moody, the kicker out of Michigan.
Oh, I see.
He's been kind of shaky.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe you should have held on to the backup, and I guess the backup hasn't proven much, huh?
Well, the backup is hurt. He tore a calf muscle.
Oh, so you had like the injury settlement type of thing?
Yep.
It's been a weird offseason for kickers, man. There's already been like a trade.
Like 2 or 3 of them, right?
Yeah. Dicker went, like Dustin Hopkins is like this. All these trades and weird stuff happening.
Yeah, Will Lutz went to Denver or something like that.
Yeah, and Robbie Gould is, motherfucker's just clutch. But we just can't afford it. He wants a multi-year deal. We can't afford that because next year we got other pressing needs.
Yeah.
So, but I will say this: Jake Moody, they're saying he's projected to play Sunday with his quad injury, but we don't know. We might have the practice quad kicker. I don't fucking know. We might call Robbie Gould for a pinch hitter. I
don't even know who our kicker is.
I just hope to God that it won't matter.
We have Matt Gay, the former Rams one. So we picked him up in the offseason. He's a pretty decent kicker. But yeah, Minos, you want to go into the numbers a little bit? How you feel about that? And like his cap hit, all that. Like just
So I haven't looked into what the cap hit is going to be. I know it's coming out to about 34 million a year. A lot of it's backloaded. He got
Okay.
50 million as a signing bonus today. So
Must be nice.
that's getting spread out.
Must
Luckily,
be nice.
luckily he was already on a really high cap hit anyway of 18 from his rookie deal.
So it's kind of
So-
friendly now with the restructuring, or should I say the extension?
Oh yeah, I mean it's and with the cap going up every single freaking year,
Yeah.
it's just nice that he's locked up for the next 6 years.
For sure. It's a great signing. There's no way you were gonna let him walk, because if you had let him just taste the free agency market, you'd have been gone.
I would have been pretty upset if I had taken a damn flight all the way to Pittsburgh and I did not see Nick Bosa on that field.
You going to the game this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going there with Jimmy.
Your bro, yeah, brother versus brother. By the way, his brother is a Steelers fan, so that's
Oh, really?
And
yeah.
every single 49ers game that I've been to out in Pittsburgh, we've gotten blown the fuck out. So I'm just hoping we get a win, man, because Pittsburgh is always a tough place to play.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. So yeah, I guess we can just jump right into that then, since you guys are playing them. Why don't we discuss and talk about that?
Man,
How you feeling?
you know me, man. I don't like talking shit until the game is over. But
but you're confident going in, right?
I'm nervously
As you
confident.
should be.
I'm just kind of like, what's gonna go wrong this time? Like, I'm just waiting for it. Because it always happens that way. We get one good year and then bam, first 2 games, like somebody tears an ACL and some shit. Knock on wood.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
I hope not, man. I mean, but right now, we're coming out completely healthy, with the exception of our kicker. George Kittle,
As you just said, yes.
returned to practice. Ray McLeod is back in practice. Everybody's ready.
Yeah, your team is actually low key like
my biggest.
There are no weaknesses when you actually.
Oh yeah, there is the right side of our offensive line.
Oh really? Don't forget. Is it McGlinchey? That's the tackle there.
No, he signed a big money deal with Denver.
Oh, so who's playing tackle there?
Damn, I don't even fucking know.
Is he a rookie or is a vet? Just
he's like a second. He's like a second year dude. Okay. I think it's more, but like,
has he looked shaky in preseason?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Our offensive line, honestly, outside of Trent Williams, is gonna be shaky. I mean, even last year, you saw why we lost in the NFC Championship game. Kyle Shanahan was trying to block Hassan Riddick with our offensive line and another tight end, and the shit wasn't working.
Yeah. I remember. But going in, you're still fairly confident, right? Other than that line mishap or uncertainty, there's a lot to be, confident about. Mr. Purdy kind of looks like he's legit. Let's see if he can do it a second year in a row.
And he was just voted a team captain, which is a big deal.
It's telling, it's telling how the team, views him as a locker room presence and a leader.
I just hope he doesn't do anything stupid. I hope Debo and Ayuk just ball, man. They're just ball.
Your offense comprises of 2 jack of all trade players, and McCaffrey and Debo, and then you got your traditional receiver and Ayuk.
And now we don't forget 6'6" guy Juwan Jennings.
Is Kittle healthy?
Yep, Kittle. He injured his groin before the first preseason game.
Okay.
And he was back full practice today.
Yeah, no.
I need Kittle, man. I need him in my big money league.
Yeah, if he's man, if that man is healthy, he's a dog.
Well,
he's nice.
Every single touchdown he caught last year was after Brock Purdy started playing.
I see.
So I'm just
hoping that chemistry stays, right?
I hope so, man. And I'm just hoping I walk out of Pittsburgh, just my head down, being quiet, not being boastful. And I can just look at my brother and be like, I finally got you, bitch.
I feel you. I feel you. It's been a couple of years of coming in that, right? As far as that revenge win against them.
Now
When you're present, that
Yeah.
is when you're present.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I've never seen my team win in Pittsburgh.
it's gonna be one of those. I think it's gonna be one of those physical type games because you guys both have solid defenses, especially in the trenches.
Don't forget Fred Warner is a goddamn heat-seeking missile.
Yeah, and Hufanga is another killer out there in
Kufunga,
the
I
back.
don't know. Kufunga's got an injury concern for me right now too, but they're not saying much, so I think he might be fine to play.
Should
He's
be
got
ready.
a Baker's cyst behind his right knee, which is indicative of a meniscus issue.
Yeah,
So hopefully it's nothing serious. But
Yeah.
if he can't go, we did draft another safety, and we still got Gibson back there, and
Mhm.
we still got my 3 linebackers that are ball hawks.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. What else? You got it's at Pittsburgh, right? Or is it
Yeah.
over at your side? Okay.
Yeah, it's in Pittsburgh. My concern is George Pickens, man. He's looking.
Whew.
Him and Deontay Johnson look good.
Yeah. And like I expect Fryermuth to also be a little possession nightmare too, because a lot of people are going to end up focusing on those 2 speedy receivers. They also have a pretty speedy slot receiver as well, and I forget his name. Is it Calvin Austin? I think that's his name. Fast.
I think so.
Darty guy.
But they're going to have to keep somebody in the chip. I mean, who are you going to stop? Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead, Drake?
Oh, they'll probably
Drake
use Najee Harris. He's a load as a running back too. Pause. But
The Steelers actually had the 7th best offensive line last year, so I mean they're pretty. They got some guys, man, that can stop you.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be a like I feel like up front is where the story is gonna be told for that game.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett is he's young.
Mhm.
I mean I think he's gonna have a breakout season. He might not have a breakout game. This is like the worst game to start the season.
Yeah, that juggernaut defense going at. But
he definitely, I mean, he's got a huge connection with Pickens right now. So, I mean,
absolutely.
if there was ever going to be a test, it's going to be game 1. That's definitely a big game.
I agree. Yeah. Anything you want to add to that, Minos? If not, what are your
I am going to be drinking a lot of Iron City beer.
Okay.
And I'm going to try not to get killed out there. And yeah, that's about it. And I might hit up Cheerleaders Pittsburgh afterwards.
Oh, they got a branch there, huh?
Yes, they do. I've never been. They told me I should go.
For those that don't know what Cheerleaders is,
it's a professional
gentlemen's club,
ladies cheerleading.
Gentlemen's club.
It's the lingerie football league.
There you go. But I think it's going to be a fairly low-scoring game because of how physical it's going to be. But I still have you guys edging it out just because there's a lot more veteran presence. Well, actually, how long has Purdy been in the league? This is the 2nd year starting, right?
Yes.
So, but I guess he's
same as Pickett.
Do I dare say he's more battle tested since he's gone further in the playoffs? I think he just has more help in his team and as a whole. So I think I have you slightly edging them out, but Coughlin is also a hell of a coach. I said Coughlin. Tomlin is a hell of a coach.
He is.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt is TJ Watt.
Yeah, he's another dog. So, but I have you just edging it out, maybe like one of those 24 to 20 type games, so 24 to 18, like around that.
So my prediction is 24-17 Niners.
Yeah, I see it being like along those lines.
I obviously would love it to be 62-7, but
this is not college. But yeah.
I would like to see Sam Darnold playing because of a good reason.
Yeah, resting the starter in the 4th or something like that, right?
Correct.
Got it. John, what you think? Who do you have in this one?
I think it's going to be a toss-up, man. It's definitely going to be a close game. I say 20-17 Niners. The Steelers, man, they still got Minka Fitzpatrick back there. I think they just added Patrick Peterson too.
Joey
Or
Porter
was he
Jr.
there? Yeah, I mean, it's it's a battle of the defenses, man. Really,
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree.
because if you got Fryermuth is good, but he's going up against those linebackers on San Fran. So
yeah,
And a lot of times we play with 3 safeties too, because one of our safeties is like another linebacker.
yeah. For me, if this game was played like in
in the
December,
cold,
yeah, I would have picked Pittsburgh. But I think right now, at this time of the year,
Picking
and you
against
being
us in the
there,
cold. I mean, do you not remember what we do to Green Bay in the playoffs?
yeah, I get it. But you're playing in Pittsburgh, dog. It's different.
That is true. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you're playing in Pittsburgh, man. They're a different beast at home and then when it's cold, especially on that side of the ball. So,
And I've been there when it's cold as shit. It is
yeah,
different off that river.
yeah,
man.
you definitely said you've been to a couple of games against.
yeah.
Stanford, so
I would love to go to a game in Pittsburgh, man, especially a baseball game over at PNC Park. Like that whole area is incredible.
It's dope.
So beautiful. I've never been over there.
Yeah. Cool. I guess we can move on. What do I have next? I think.
Nick Bosa got paid.
Yes, Minos, he got paid handsomely. Nice one there. Oh yeah, so we got the Cardinals at the Commanders. John,
I gotta tell you, man.
Y'all better
On paper,
get out of them.
on paper, our defense should be feasting on Sunday.
yeah,
We're going against who? Joshua Downs, is it?
yeah, Dobbs, yeah,
Joshua Dobbs. He came from the Browns.
mm-hmm.
I said Downs. He's the receiver for y'all.
For us, yeah.
Bro, like, if we don't have 7 or 8 sacks in this game, everybody's coming back. I mean, I don't know about Chase Young.
He's still iffy.
Yeah, I mean Chase Young, and I don't know what we're gonna do with McLaurin. Like McLaurin's got this toe issue, but we're 7-point favorites. That doesn't really mean anything, but we're at home, sold out, new era. It's either going to be one of those games that always happens where it comes down to the end and we blow it, or we're gonna go in there and just run the ball down their throat and just stick it to them. I'm so happy that happens.
Yeah.
You're kind of breaking up a little bit, man. What'd you say?
I said if we run it down their throat, I mean, it's either going to be one of those old Redskins games where like we blow it at the end, or
but you're pretty confident with Bieniemy taking the helm on the offensive side of things.
I'm all in on Sam Howell, man. I like EB.
Yeah.
We have the potential to have top 5 offense in the league this year, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't think the running game is going to be iffy. Like I don't know what we're going to do with B-Rob and Gibson because we haven't really seen EB. I'm not sold on Rivera. I think we need a new coach. Obviously, EB is the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't feel like really Ron can connect with the players. He's from a different era of football.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, obviously we don't have Patrick Mahomes back there. So,
living in the DMV, we've definitely been hearing lots of praises from your camp on this side of town.
Have you seen any of the speeches Jonathan Gannon has given to the Cardinals?
Bro, I heard it, and he was talking about like something about he wants them to be killers. So what did he say? It was something stupid.
He just sounds he sounds like a serial killer that sucked at serial killing.
He came from the Eagles, right?
Yeah, he was the D coordinator. I think he admitted today or yesterday that it's his fault that they lost the Super Bowl.
No shit.
So
I wonder what Naeem feels about that.
Naeem claims he was robbed.
Mm-hmm. bro, he still didn't show his face on there and say nothing about it.
You remember he did not show his face. That guy, typical fashion, Naeem. But yeah, I think you guys should win, but like you said, I just haven't seen enough because like I was telling Mino before we started this, like a lot of preseason. I missed practically all of preseason when I was in Ghana. Usually I just watch preseason to get a gist of like philosophies and who the team starters are, just to get an idea of where they are. Being that I haven't seen anything, even regarding the fact that you guys have a lot of changes, like with the enemy, and now you're fully committed to Howell. It's gonna be interesting. I think you're like you said, like your defense is stacked. That your whole division's defense is actually pretty damn good. So
We got some young guys. We got some young guys that we drafted. But and everybody, I've heard other people say that we won the preseason because we were 3-0.
yeah,
But this seems like one of those games from the past where it's like you go in, you're favored, you sleep on a team, and all of a sudden you're down, 20-6 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but usually that's against a team that has a quarterback, has some wide receivers. I mean, the Cardinals basically they sold off. I mean, they traded their best linebacker. They got rid
They
of.
don't even have Chandler Jones anymore, right? He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. He's with the Raiders.
They only have James Conner that I know of on offense, and then Buda Baker on defense.
And no, they have the guy
Marquise,
that the Ravens,
Hollywood.
the Ravens guy, the receiver.
Yeah.
Him.
Oh, Marquise Brown. Oh, well,
yeah. And then
don't you remember what Josh Dobbs did for the Titans?
I don't remember anything about
Exactly. Do you remember what he did for the Steelers?
Was he on that?
Yeah, he was. He was. Before he was on the Steelers.
Motherfucker has not done a thing since he was with the Tennessee Volunteers.
Wow.
I heard he had a decent preseason with the Browns. Was that last year or this year? When did these guys acquire him?
Last year. So
Okay,
the Cardinals got him this year.
Okay,
So what did they cut Colt McCoy, and now they have these
because
scrubs
Colt
under?
McCoy because basically they're just trying to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they want that first pick.
Yep. And then Caleb Williams is going to go back to college because he said, "Fuck that."
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
His dad His dad came out and said something like that.
Well, when there's reports coming out that your organization charges players for a Gatorade, for food, for this, that's some stuff the 49ers were doing in the late 90s when we were doing dumb stuff like hiring Erickson as our coach and just being stupid. And then Jed York took over from his parents, who were some cheap assholes, and said, "That's not how we do it. We're doing it how my uncle used to do it." And that's.
But wait a minute, didn't Dennis Erickson have like a couple winning seasons though?
With us? No.
Yeah.
No.
He was trash.
No.
What years was he? What years was he your head coach again?
I think he was our coach. He was our coach before Mike Nolan, and then we hired Mike Nolan, and the only thing he was known for was wearing a suit on the sidelines. And then we fired Nolan. We fired Nolan for Mike Singletary.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember
I want winners.
And
I think he was the one that's, even though you still sucked under Singletary, he kind of
changed the culture.
Yeah, he spearheaded the culture to what it is now.
And then Harbaugh came and did better, and then and then we hired fucking Ron Jeremy and then Chip Kelly, and then
oh my gosh,
went backward for a few years.
Yeah. But I think I got the Commanders winning this one. Just because, just off of pure discipline and just kind of where their heads are at versus where it seems the Cardinals' head is at. The Cardinals look like they don't know where they're at. Like
they're collecting checks.
Yeah,
they could be 0-17 this year.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of preparing for a reset next year, starting with drafting a new quarterback. It's the fact that Kyler Murray is on such a big paycheck or heavy wages that they're like, all right, one more year of this, and then we're gonna, start afresh. So just off the strength of that, like I strongly lean towards the Commanders, and then the Commanders I think are just a better team as well. But they have to show it. So, if there's anything that they did last year, it was they showed us ups and downs. So I have them actually winning this pretty convincingly. But I mean, we'll see. Like I
I told Herb, I was like, bro, how good would it feel if we came in and just we were up like 28 to nothing at halftime? You know,
oh, you broke. You break.
something like a
There you go. There you go. You back.
28 to nothing at halftime. I need something like that.
Something like that. Something very convincing.
Something like that Michael Vick game against y'all on Monday night, right?
Oh, I remember.
Oh, the Philly.
I remember that game.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I do have
yeah.
it something along like 28 to like 6 or 28 to like 9 or something like that.
I want to go ahead and just thank the Cardinals for drafting Kyler Murray instead of Nick Bosa, who I don't know if you guys heard he got paid today. But
Hey, Joey didn't get paid. Joey did not get paid.
Nick did. Joey's about to get paid again though. But I got the Commanders winning like 31 to 3. I mean, I really think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I do too.
I just
I'll
have zero faith in anything Arizona does
this
I'll
year.
go
Right?
28 to 3.
Yeah, I got it 28 to like 9. Just they're gonna kick like 3 field goals.
3
So-
field goals.
Yeah, something like that.
in honor of Bob Barker. Let's see who's closest without going over.
Rest in peace to Bob. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But the Commanders are an interesting thing to look forward to seeing this year because there's definitely a lot of talent there. It's just the uncertainty of not knowing where Eric Bieniemy wants this team to go offensively. I already know the defense is going to be like that, but we just want to know how is Eric going to navigate the offense. And obviously, if Sam comes through, they should be in good. They should be definitely competing with the rest of the teams in that division. So
he actually played. I'm pretty sure his receiver at UNC was Downs, if I remember.
Oh yeah. He was.
I want to see. Come on over to Washington.
Yeah, I know, right? He was. Yeah. Shout out to Downs. He was a beast over there. Which will actually brings us into our next game. Jacksonville coming into Indianapolis. I don't expect us to win this game, but
It's a tough one.
yeah, it's I all I want is to see a competitive game. From just all aspects of the game.
Are you guys at home?
Yeah, we're home. And what I mean by competitive is contrary to last year where we had like 4 or 5 games where we're leading at the half, like 23 to like 3, and then end up losing the game. Keep it close, and in circumstances where we do have those kind of leads, actually win the game. That's competing. And I just honestly want to see the progression of Anthony Richardson.
Was it last year? Was last year when you guys played Jacksonville and you put up a terrible game in the last game of the season and didn't make the playoffs?
2 seasons ago. That was
2 seasons ago.
That was the Nick Foles.
Yeah.
It was Carson Wentz.
Oh, Carson Wentz. I'm sorry.
Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Did Nick Foles play there too?
Yeah, last year he was the backup to Matt Ryan. Yeah.
Y'all are just the Philly Colts circle jerk is hilarious to me right now.
Coming next is like Carson Palmer, like out of retirement. You know.
Right.
Donovan McNabb is going to be your offensive coordinator next year. So.
Right.
Let's not forget their head coach came from us too. We're actually recycling each other because our current coach actually came from us and went to them as the OC, and now he's back with us. So,
Frank Reich is with the Jaguars now. Yeah.
No, Frank Reich is. Oh, sorry.
Panthers.
Sorry, I was referring to the Eagles.
I was with the Panthers.
Sorry, yeah, he's with the Panthers. But I was referring. He was saying with the Eagles.
Oh, Peterson.
Yeah.
Steichen.
Where did Steichen come from?
Steichen was with us under Frank Reich.
And then he went to the Eagles with Sirianni.
When they hired Sirianni, who was our offensive coordinator, Sirianni took him from us, and he became the OC there. And now he's basically
So Jacksonville. Obviously, I was actually listening to the Peter King podcast today. He was picking Jacksonville to have the number 1 overall seed this year. That's going to be tough to do.
In the AFC?
Yeah,
he's smoking crack.
Wow.
So, however, like Jacksonville, they'll probably finish third.
They're
But
good.
bro,
They're actually
this
good.
game, this game, bro, this ain't no blowout.
I agree.
It's
I
a
agree.
division game. The division is trash.
Yeah.
But this is like one of those 24-21
Yeah.
weird games. There's gonna be some weird plays.
Yeah.
You know, Trevor Lawrence is gonna get off.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson might get off too. I mean, we don't know where he's gonna be yet. So
I expect a mixed game from him.
yeah,
Like you're definitely gonna see some great plays, and then you're gonna see some head scratchers, mistakes and stuff.
it's gonna be a very frustrating season for you and me because we both have young quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And so do you, Minos. But I mean, Brock Purdy just seems like his head is just in the right place.
Yeah.
He's got
big game experience. Yeah.
And I think what Minos has over us, or the Niners have over us, is they have seasoned veterans around him.
Yep.
And so we're really young. We have veterans too, but not so many of them on offense. And
So
the ones that are there,
mark.
was that
the whole question mark thing?
yeah.
So you have Deion Jackson, and I think Zach Moss is scheduled to play this week.
Yeah, they say he's scheduled, so they'll probably spell him in as the backup for this game, and then eventually, I think he's going to become the starter.
I picked him up, and he's on my bench in a lot of leagues, man, because he's supposed to be the guy at the end of the year.
Well,
so,
that's an interesting.
What do you think?
Now, so I'm hearing, after it all depends on what happens after the PUP. So, if after the PUP, there is the whole idea that Taylor's ankle is looking decent, I think they will look to try to extend him. And if they can amend that relationship, then he might come back.
So you think there's a chance?
Yeah, I think there's a chance. But I think if it's sour, they're going to PUP him for the rest of the year and try to keep him again next year, have him repeat the rookie final year next year. And or franchise tagging. They're definitely going to try and get some value for him.
Do you think that'll also depend on you guys' record after the 4 games too, right?
Yes, absolutely. But it'll also be in his best interest to play because now the whole league knows he's hurt. So they're like, if we're going to invest in this guy, how serious is this ankle injury? So he in turn should play some games just to show or advertise himself. Hey, I don't want to be on this team anymore, but y'all, I'm trying to still get this check. So
because
here's me showing you that I still got something in the tank.
Because knock on wood, man, I hate saying it because injuries are the worst part of sports. Somebody always goes down.
Yeah.
And I mean, I already know. I don't know which week it's going to happen, but Elijah Mitchell's going to be hurt.
You know how he does.
And
you know what's crazy about Elijah Mitchell, man, is like somehow every year he averages like almost 6 yards a carry, and he's always hurt.
He gets hurt when you don't even know he's hurt.
Yeah,
I know.
He's a beast when
so you have Jordan Mason, and then Trey Sermon. Yeah, exactly.
Trey Sermon is with the Eagles, I think now.
No,
I know that was a whole disaster with him.
Yeah.
Trey Sermon got cut by the Eagles.
Elijah Mitchell is basically why you traded for McCaffrey. You just couldn't rely on him anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
And and if we can have
same thing with Mostert
and McCaffrey,
he was always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mitchell and McCaffrey, if they can just stay damn healthy, knock on wood, like praise to the baby, sweet tuxedo wearing Jesus, man. Just like
because
just give me a Super Bowl, man. That's all.
Honestly speaking, it would also be in both parties' interest to have some form of agreement where he extends, because I think our offense is going to be heavily predicated on that read option. He is going to benefit from it, as is the quarterback. And our line, I think, is going to have a bounce back year from last year.
Do you think he does something like a 2-year extension, something small? Get him?
Yes, that's exactly what's going to. If we extend him, he's going to get like a 3 to 2 year extension where like
he can get that big contract later.
Yeah, and they're just going to use it through what's his face's rookie contract. Yeah. So like they're not losing too much.
They're going to do the Dalvin Cook essentially.
Yes, exactly. So But yeah, I think there is a chance that he stays, but it's all about how at this point the team actually plays his cards, and then hopefully I believe his ankle is going to be all right. We'll see where it goes from there.
I feel like the door is open, bro. You know, outside of the Jaguars, like the all three of you guys included, the other three teams in the division besides Jacksonville
Mhm.
aren't that great.
Yeah.
And so, like, the door is open, bro, to make a move towards a division title. So
Yeah. Yeah.
just
I
got to
agree.
get all the right pieces in place.
I agree. I think the defense was actually really good last year. It's just the offense was so bad that, like, if you look at the stats breakdown, we allowed so many points, but a lot of the points were because we gave up some short field position from the turnovers and things of that nature. But then if you look at like yards allowed and things of that nature, the defense actually really held its own a lot of the time. And like we would keep the game close and have so many 3 and outs until like they just tire out. I think a lot of that might happen. The only thing is, I think our secondary is very young, so they will need a lot of help from the front line. I think the front line is good, but I'm still a little concerned about consistent pass rushing. So we'll see how that plays out. I know we added a few new heads to the team along the line. One of them was from the 49ers, Ebukam, Samson Ebukam, and then a few other guys. So I honestly, I'm not expecting too much. I just want to see at least a nucleus being formed and a competitive team to look forward to in the next few years to come, and just see the quarterback improve as the season goes. Similar to like Peyton's like rookie year, where like, I mean, we were trash, but from game 1 to game 16 at the time, you clearly saw a different player. And then the following year, he goes 13-3. So I want something along those lines where you see consistent development in the quarterback. But yeah, I don't expect us to win this. I still do think it'll be fairly close. I have them winning like maybe 24 to like 14 or 17 or something like that.
Where's the game at again?
In Indy.
Indy?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do think the Jaguars do win. But like you said, I mean, you guys beat the Chiefs last year. I don't know where
we beat them too last year as well at home.
I don't know where that came from last year, but then y'all collapsed 29 points.
Jonathan Taylor was healthy, and that was, I think.
I mean, they had JT, yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor was healthy, and then
I think it's going to be like
Matt's best game. I think.
I think it's going to be like
was that?
I think it's going to be like 24-12 Jaguars. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but it ain't going to be like
super
barn
close.
burner.
Yeah. No, I agree. Just looking forward to see some consistency at quarterback, because last year it was god awful. Good gracious.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't your year to win the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, exactly.
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 Y'all should have traded DeForest Buckner back to us for a 7th.
No, thank you. He's one of the bright spots on our team, actually. So I like to hold on to that at least. So anyway, on to some of the other games. Lions at the Chiefs. What y'all think tomorrow?
I still think. I mean, look at every single opener that Patrick Mahomes has played in. He has balled the fuck out, regardless of who is on the field. Remember what he did last year? All his receivers
never had less than 3 touchdowns in any of them.
No. And you know what? The Lions, yeah, they're coming, but Jared Goff ain't Patrick Mahomes, man. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I still, I can't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's like the new Brady. Just, it'll be stupid to bet.
If anybody's got next, it's definitely Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean,
it's stupid to bet against him. I know I did that last year when I heard he got hurt. Remember when he hurt his leg in the playoffs? I'm like, yeah, there's no way. And then look at that. So
they put ketchup on it.
Yeah, exactly, in the form of shots. But yeah. So yeah, I do have the Chiefs winning that one, pretty convincingly.
Same.
And then next we got Bengals at the Browns, a division one. And I think this is the most competitive division in the league.
Yeah, you want to hear crazy?
Is Burrow going to play?
Yeah, Burrow's playing. And here's a crazy stat about Joe Burrow. He's 1-4 against the Browns.
What?
Yep.
1-4. Now,
Hmm.
I think they'll probably lose this one and probably split with the Browns this year.
Yeah.
It's weird, bro. Cleveland's got a good defense, man.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And
They actually have a good team.
My
Yeah,
concern is
absolutely.
his
Yeah.
calf, the way he went down, that was not like a simple grade 1.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
had
had
no reps.
already been dealing with it before then.
Yeah. And like, let's
Who's
be for real. He's a
their
quarterback.
backup?
That's wow.
That
This
is
tells you I haven't been watching preseason.
that is a
because
good question. I was about to say AJ McCarron.
I know, right?
Man. He's not the one that just died, is he? Who's the one that? Oh, Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, Ryan Mallett's the one. That
Oh
passed.
no, the Bengals just signed Will Greer.
Oh, he came from Dallas.
Yeah. I have him losing. If he's starting, I mean, as a quarterback, you need reps. And like he's been out for weeks, and now he's just supposed to just I know he's a great quarterback, but just to pop in, and it's not like he's playing a bum. He's actually playing a really good defense, a really good team. So I kind of have the Browns. I don't know if I want to call it an upset, given that he's 1-4 against them, and they're home. They're the dog pound. So
And Deshaun Watson has had a full preseason, and
finally,
he has no, he
setbacks.
doesn't have a rate.
No setbacks. Yeah, no setbacks. So
Yeah.
I got him.
I think the game is probably a coin flip, but I think Cleveland's probably going to win that.
Yeah,
I'm leaning
But it
Cleveland.
doesn't mean anything because the Bengals are going to. I mean, we can get into that in another episode, but they have what it takes to win the Super Bowl. So this game ain't going to mean nothing if they lose.
Yeah, I think them and the Ravens. Ravens are looking dangerous this year. Like really
Lamar
dangerous.
just has to stay healthy.
Yeah. Like
Mark Andrews needs to also start playing football again.
Yeah, like him. Then they got old little Beckham, Zay Flowers. They're actually, and then Bateman.
And Rashard Bateman, man, he needs to stay healthy as well.
Yeah, for sure. Which brings us to the next game. I think they're gonna route this one. They're Texans are at the Ravens.
Texans.
Yeah,
And,
I'm sorry, CJ, but
they're gonna rip CJ Stroud apart.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be one of the biggest blowouts of the one.
Even though I will say, I don't like doubting DeMeco Ryans. I just don't think he has the roster.
Yeah, that's it. That's really what it is.
No.
He'll have.
They were trash. They were trash last year, right?
They were, and I don't think they've improved that much, except the quarterback, which is huge. But I think his coaching would at least afford them some competitive games. I just don't see them winning a lot of games. That's the only thing.
If DeMeco wasn't already bald, he would be bald after this season.
It's funny because I remember.
Look, think about like their top receiver right now is Nico Collins.
Yeah, he was good in college, but he just had flashes here and there. He's like, we don't know what that's going to look like. I know
he might have a breakout season. I mean, he's supposed to.
I agree. I actually
good.
haven't won.
Somebody's got to catch the ball.
Yeah, and like I said, their quarterback out of
Robert
all the
Woods.
quarterbacks, CJ Stroud throws the prettiest ball out of all the quarterbacks in this draft. So
nobody wants Robert Woods, man.
Oh yeah, Robert Woods on that team. I keep forgetting he's on that team. He can't stay healthy. That's the problem. He's good, solid possession, and sometimes big plays, but he just never stays healthy. So he's not reliable.
So talking about the Ravens, obviously they're probably going to beat the Texans down in this game.
Yeah,
I think all four teams in the North are going to be. It's going to be a tough division in the North.
100%.
So
always,
obviously, every year. I mean, every single year, they flex games Sunday night. You got Ravens, Ravens, Bengals. I'm looking forward to that. Those games are great games.
I honestly believe they're going to take 3 teams into the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean,
like the NFC East.
Knock on wood, Tomlin has never had a losing season, man.
No.
Yeah. So it's going to be a very, like I said, most competitive division in the league this year. It's going to be a very interesting one to see how.
The thing about the Ravens that concerns me is like they can never fixate on a running back. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins is so up in the air. He's always hurt.
I mean, they got Gus.
Gus Edwards, like really Justice Hill. They signed, or no, they got rid of Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
They have a new offensive coordinator, so I mean, they have some question marks.
Yeah.
I want to see a whole season from Lamar because every time he's on track to be the MVP, he gets hurt.
It's
And,
hurt.
like I really want to see him a whole season, man. I love me some Lamar Jackson.
Oh, he's cold. He's cold. He's nice.
Yeah. Come on, Lamar. Give me a whole season, dude.
Yeah.
I want to see him because like Lamar, we haven't really been able to see him in the playoffs. Like,
but always by the time when they do make it, by the time they make it, he's either hurt or he has not recovered from the injury that he had previously. So
because when he's healthy and Mark Andrews is both of them healthy,
dangerous, man. So no, I agree. It's gonna be interesting to see how how they end up like in January. So yeah. Next game, Buccaneers at the Vikings. I don't know what Tampa Bay looks like without Tom. Oh yeah, it's down the street from you, kind of, John. Do you hear any news on? I know Miami's probably what you hear most of the time around.
I'm just shocked Mike Evans hasn't asked for a trade.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's trying to say Evans is in jeopardy of not having his 9th straight 1,000-yard season. He put his contract talks on hold.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like up in the air right now. Like if I'm Mike Evans, I want to be out of there.
Yeah, me too.
Baker Mayfield,
he's garbage.
So
yeah.
So the Bucks. Actually, it's funny because Herb might come down here for New Year's, and so I'm like, all right, Herb, let's go to like the Saints Bucks on like New Year's Eve. We'll get some good seats and cheap seats.
That should be good. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We should get him on the show one time. We should get him on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Vikings should destroy the Buccaneers.
I think so.
I will say, like, Rashad White that's his job now.
Yeah.
So I mean, he played really well behind Leonard Fournette last year. So I mean, he's going to be good. But the Vikings are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to win this game. They're going to probably be 10-7 and make the playoffs and get bounced on a missed field goal.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Yeah. The Lord of 8-8. He has to come through, do something.
Listen,
the Lord of 8-8.
I'm butthurt. I'm still butthurt about Cousins, bro. But
Yeah.
He can get you to the playoffs, but
but when he gets into the playoffs, then like his 8-8ness, his 8-8.
And I will say this: it's not like the AFC where like you have all these really good teams. There's only a couple teams in the NFC that are like perennially good, and at the moment, it's probably I'm not even going to say the Eagles aren't in there yet. The 49ers. So one team.
Eagles, until the Eagles get knocked off, the Eagles are in there, in my opinion.
I mean, but they've only got one season though. I've only seen. All right, never mind. They did win the Super Bowl.
They went to the chip. So
okay.
They went to the chip. So to be fair, and they most of the players that they have.
So outside of that, like they play in the North. There's no Aaron Rodgers there anymore.
Yeah.
This has to be your chance.
Yeah. I agree. I 100% agree. This has to be their chance, but I have a feeling the Lions have something to say. And
absolutely,
I think Green Bay is going to steal a game or two. Not with them, but they're going to steal some games in the division. With Jordan.
So when you look at a season and like why a team didn't make the playoffs or whatever, this is one of those games. Like if you lose to the Bucks,
you're right.
Can't do it.
You're right.
You're right. Like the 49ers losing to the Bears last year. You remember
I remember that.
Can't do it.
We lost to Denver too.
And we lost to Denver when Jimmy ran out of the fucking end zone.
I remember that. I shouldn't be laughing because we had some embarrassing losses last year.
Hey, I feel like we played y'all last year and McLaurin went off in that game, Anthony.
Yeah, but you ended up winning.
We won that game, right?
Yeah, you did. At one point we were leading, like I said, we had like a lead and then you just came back and did what you had. Like most teams did to us last year. So
like the Vikings.
That was the worst one. What was it?
Y'all lost?
What was it? 26-3?
Oh, yes.
It was 26-3 and we lost 26-29 or 28 or something.
That's a Saturday special.
28 or 29. 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 He's part of the reason why Jonathan Taylor is pissed at the team because he forced him to play on the bad ankle, and he was forced to have surgery like late.
Bro,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. I couldn't watch the game because I was washing dishes at the restaurant, and I was just listening to the game, and I'm like, nah, man, it's not possible. They're not actually. They didn't just score another touchdown. No, it can't be tied, dude. No way.
You know what? We were blowing out the Eagles too when they came and beat us at the last. It was the last play of the game. We almost beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
So like that's what I mean. Like this year, if we have games like that, in order to be a competitive team, we need to see them through. I don't know.
What happens to a team when that happens? Like, how do you let that happen?
No heart.
No, just no heart. Poor coaching. A lot of it was like the play calls after we got the lead. They didn't know what to do. Like Saturday didn't know what to do. So he tried to play it safe, but we weren't good enough to play it safe. And they just come back. And it's a game of momentum. Once they had the momentum, it was a wrap. So, yeah, I don't.
I mean, that was actually, I believe that was the fantasy playoffs day because what week was that?
It was later. You're right.
It was late.
Because I Jefferson went off in that game. So did KJ Osborne.
Yeah,
KJ Osborne balled in that game.
Yep.
And so I had Jonathan Taylor. I needed him to go off. And
he got hurt.
He didn't play. That's right.
He got hurt. That was the last game he played.
Yeah, he had like 10 points. That
was the game where he really, really messed up his ankle because Saturday made him play. And that's why he's pissed at the team for like saying, we want to see if your ankle's better. He's like, I put my heart and soul for this team, and now you. But we'll see how.
Forgot y'all had Jeff Saturday, bro.
Yeah, bro. And that was on Irsay. Anyway, Panthers at Falcons, another big division game. Before we go into that, I think we all picked the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Panthers at the Falcons. Good division game.
Where is it at?
Atlanta.
I don't fucking know. They're gonna tie. They're gonna tie.
You want to hear a funny stat? Here's a funny stat about. I actually took some notes. The Panthers were 4-1 last year when holding the ground attack to 100 yards. That's the key to the game.
I actually have them winning this game. I think there's like, even though
Bijan, bro, you got to watch out for Bijan.
I think he's gonna go off. I think Bijan's gonna go off. But even though Ritter has a season under his belt, I still think Bryce Young is going. I think he's in better hands as far as coaching and like line and weapons.
That's another weird division, bro. Like,
yes, I think
you want to say like the Saints are going to win it, yeah, because they have Derek Carr. They got but I mean, those NFC South games are always a joke.
They're a big joke because like 1 week this team wins and they lose to the same team the following week is like, bro. So
that was the knock on Tom Brady. Everybody was trying to knock Tom for that. Saying, how are you going to finish? What was it, 8-9 when they made it? Didn't they win the division at 8-9?
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah,
and the division is always garbage, bro.
Yeah, and it's about time we cut him some slack. The man was what, like 44? Come on, dog. Like, come on, dog.
He was like 45 years old.
Yeah, come on, dog. Like, yeah.
I think
Vinny Testaverde.
Right.
It's going to be ugly. I think they tie.
First time
I got the Panthers. I think the Panthers are going to win this game. Who's the Falcons coach again? I don't even know who they coach.
Arthur Smith.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that got rid of Mariota.
Yeah, you're right. I have Frank Reich bias in this, so I'm just picking the Panthers. I know he's a decent offensive mind. If the quarterback is competent enough, they will do all right. And they got Miles Sanders now. I was
going to say, how do you feel about Miles Sanders over there?
He can stay healthy. He'll be okay. But they have a decent backup in Chuba Hubbard.
I
Line
don't
was-
even want to talk
their
about him. He
offensive
sucks.
line sucks.
Oh, he sucks. What you
Their
said? The
O-
O line
sucks.
sucks.
Their O line is. I mean, you saw what Quentin Williams did to them on Hard Knocks. Had like
I didn't watch
11.
preseason this year. So
He had like 11 sacks in one practice.
during when they did the joint practices.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's bad.
Wow.
That's
Well-
very bad.
I will say this: it's going to be probably going to be a tie. I got to agree with you, but I'm looking forward to going to the game. To the game that we're going to. We're going to see we're playing Atlanta at home
Yeah.
or on the road. I mean, I am looking forward to going to see Atlanta. I mean, they got some studs, bro. Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts is trash, but
Yeah. Kyle Pitts is,
you know,
is
they got
PG. If he can stay healthy, that should be good. Drake London.
yeah, Drake London. I mean, they got some. I think Olamide Zaccheaus went to a different team though. I can't remember where he went.
Oh, he's not there anymore?
No,
Who?
he's
Did you just
he's
sneeze?
on the Broncos.
Olamide Zaccheaus, the second guy. Wide
Oh,
receiver
I
2.
thought he sneezed.
Yo, he's a Nigerian dude, Olamide.
He's
So,
good. I mean,
yeah,
I'm
he's
not going to
good.
say
He's
he's
good.
in the NFL. He's got to
solid.
be good.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. Yeah,
Pause.
I think Bijan's gonna go off. He's Marshall Falk Part 2.
But what the hell happened to Cordero Patterson, bro?
He's still there.
He's there,
I
but
don't
now
think
that they
he's
got
healthy.
Bijan, like that was his role to spell Algier as a
Mm-hmm.
catching guy. But now they have, so it's gonna be interesting. They might still use him as a gadget type of guy and not so much in the backfield. So I mean, we'll see.
Isn't it crazy though when you think about all the young quarterbacks that are in the league right now? You got Ritter, you got Bryce
Mhm.
Young,
Bryce
CJ
Young.
Stroud,
Mhm.
Richardson, Howell. There's a lot of young
A
guys.
lot, and they're all like dual threat type guys. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons coach created a new position on the depth chart for Patterson, and he just called it Joker.
Gadget guy, basically.
Yep.
So
yeah.
mhm.
I mean, Debo created something, man.
yeah.
He-
Yeah. He's definitely along those lines.
You know, when Elijah Mitchell and Mostert and all them got hurt, yeah,
yeah,
like always. I mean, I'm
yeah,
just waiting
yeah,
for
funny guy. All right, Titans at the Saints.
I mean, as long as Derrick Henry gets me 30 points this week, I couldn't care less, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be the Titans. There's going to be some excitement with D Hop. Tannehill has another target, somebody to stretch the field, which means they can't stack the box.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
D-Hop still got some. D-Hop,
Yeah.
when he was healthy last year, he played well.
Yeah, that's it. Like if
So-
he's healthy, he's definitely gonna be
and
a
they
dog.
still got Treylon Burks too, who's
They
not
say
awful.
this year. They say this year he's a different guy. So we'll see.
I think Olave, Chris Olave is going to have a good season too. I mean, Derek Carr was trash last year,
He's a beast. Yeah.
but I mean, Kamara's going to be back at some point. But this, as far as this game goes, I'm looking at Olave to get like 15 targets. I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably going to get targeted so much.
Is
that,
Thomas back too, or is he?
I think he's healthy.
He's going to have turf toe after the second series.
Oh, he hasn't played in
Bro.
like 3 years.
He's
He
resting.
had such a monster season as a rookie, bro.
Yeah, he did. He did. And
Like
then,
people were saying, oh, like Randy Moss type numbers because he had like 94 catches for.
oh yeah, he
Yeah,
killed
he
it.
had like 85 catches of 3-yard slants.
He broke
Exactly.
Marvin Harrison's single season catch record or whatever.
Oh,
Marvin had, like,
yeah.
Drew
Yeah.
Brees couldn't
He
throw
was
the ball
serious.
more than 10 yards.
he was serious, and I think he got to the extension, and then he just fell apart.
My
So
toe hurts, coach.
yeah, he
Yeah.
hasn't played in like 2-3 years. So
No.
if he can stay healthy, they have a good, nice little 1-2 tandem. Yeah. That being said, I got the Titans. I think they have more of a familiar nucleus than they do. So
I do too. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I'll take Tennessee.
yeah. Then we got the interesting one. I don't even know how to call this one. Raiders at the Broncos. How to call
Hold
this
up, bro. This is tough divisional matchup. Okay.
Where are they playing? At the Broncos?
It's at Denver.
Yeah, the last time Jimmy started at Denver, he ran out of the fucking end zone, but also threw a pick six at the same goddamn time.
Oh, Jimmy's there. That's right. Yeah, Jimmy's there. You know,
Hold up. I took notes on this game too. Let's see what I wrote down.
Russ is trash.
Jerry
He
Judy
said
ain't gonna
Russ is
play.
trash. What you got, John,
see.
for this one?
I said Jerry Judy ain't playing. We know that.
Oh, he's not.
No,
Oh, the Raiders got Marcus Peters now. I think.
Yeah, they do.
I'll tell you what. The matchup I'm looking forward to is Patrick Surtain and Devontae Adams. That'll be
Yeah. My only thing is, can Jimmy throw over 30 yards?
You mean on one throw or like period?
Like just in general, he struggles throwing accurately after 30 yards. Mitos knows this.
yeah, the only time he ever did it was that game against the Saints. That was a shootout.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I was
So
hesitant.
that's good for Jacoby Myers then.
Yeah, this is why I was hesitant to throw. This is why I was hesitant to pick Devontae Adams this year, because
Good point.
yeah, like Jimmy has to prove that he can pass.
They don't have Waller anymore either.
Yeah, they don't.
So they have a new rookie tight end, Michael Mayer, I think his name is.
Yeah, they
He's
do.
probably going to be thrown to him.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Yeah.
loves.
They
tight ends.
definitely have
Oh.
to shorten the route tree, because after a while, when he was in 49ers, teams were just defending under 30 yards because they knew
That's
beyond 30.
why Kittle's numbers were shit the last few years.
Yeah. Jimmy has an issue throwing the ball after beyond 30
And
yards.
and on top of that, Jimmy's not the tallest quarterback. He throws kind of sidearm. How many passes get knocked down? I mean, I don't know how many I've counted in the last 5 years, but
Right.
So this game's going to be weird because, Jacobs is back. Hopefully
Yeah.
he's, feeling good mentally. He got a new contract.
Yeah,
Um,
I think he's gonna have a good game.
The Broncos do have a good defense.
They do. I'm
So-
picking them. I'm picking them just because of the coach.
It's one of those games that, there's going to be some crazy plays. And, Russ under Sean Payton is
Yeah.
going to be different than last year. I hope so. I mean, Russ he's running on the team.
Yeah,
But
Well,
Javonte Williams,
see what Sean Payton said, I think today or yesterday about Russ.
yeah. Stop
No.
caring about your image or something like that.
really?
Or
Oh
kissing
my.
babies. He's like, stop kissing babies. You're
Stop
not
kissing
running for
babies.
office.
You're not running for fucking president.
So Javonte, obviously Javonte got hurt last year, so I don't know how they're going to use him in this game.
Yeah.
Obviously for fantasy purposes, I hope he gets a full workload. But they
Me
have
too.
Samaje Perine. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cortland Sutton is like the number one receiver right now for the Broncos, so that's not good.
Let's see how consistent he stays this year. I don't know.
Bro, I just don't. He sucks.
I don't.
Can
Yeah,
you-
I've stopped picking him. So it will So, but I'm picking them just because of their head coach. He's gonna have a pretty decent offensive game plan. You know what I say about McDaniels? I don't trust him. So he's gonna have to prove me wrong this season. When he's a head coach, he's a great offensive coordinator, but as a head coach, I just don't trust. He just knows how to just fuck shit up. So I don't know. We'll see.
Jimmy G against the AFC West sucks.
So you're going Denver? That's what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, but you said he beat you guys.
I'm saying he's gonna break that trend. He's back with the Patriots coach that he's known for a little bit. That wasn't Shanahan. And they might do well. And plus, I think Russ is something's up with his head or something. I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna be like 24-21 closeness.
Yeah, division game. That's fair.
I think the Raiders eke it out though.
You know what I heard though? I heard Sean Payton is going to be using Dulcich kind of as like the X, like he was using Taysom Hill. Now I don't know what that's going to look like, bro.
That's interesting because they're different body types.
Right.
Yeah.
They also have Adam Troutman. So
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
They do. Yeah, they do.
we'll see how that goes, man.
Yeah.
Russ gonna cry in the car.
He gonna cry. He gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm picking the Broncos to win that one. I don't know. So,
I'm gonna
20-17.
yeah,
Hey man,
one
I'm
of those.
picking
one
porn
of
star
those.
Jimmy.
So you got the Raiders, I see. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Next game, Eagles at the Patriots.
They're retiring. They're honoring Tom Brady, so you know that stadium is gonna be
Lit, huh?
yes.
Listen, not so fast, Eagles fans. because the Patriots, that D is coming for you. Okay,
They got a good defense.
they got a defense.
Mm-hmm.
They had a defense last year, and Bill is going to bring whatever he can. Now, obviously, Jalen Hurts is good, but this ain't going to be no blowout.
Mm.
No.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. But
The
I do have
Patriots
the
have a
Eagles.
good.
I do have the Eagles winning.
I got the Eagles winning too.
But I think it's
I'll
going to
pick the
be
Eagles.
closer than people think. I think it's going to be closer than people think, though.
Yeah, first game of the year. But you always
Yeah.
got to remember, man, usually defenses usually play better earlier in the year. The Eagles have lost a lot on defense. The Patriots are bringing back a lot of the same people.
Mm.
I think they had the third
offense-
most sacks last year.
Patriots,
Yeah, no, they had a serious defense. The offense was what stifled
Yeah.
them.
yeah, Patriots are
They
relearning.
got
offense
Juju.
this year.
They got Juju now.
Yeah.
And the Eagles' offense's base is virtually the exact same. So it just depends on, does the Eagles' offense click or not?
Mm-hmm.
If they click, I think it's Eagles.
I'm concerned about. There's too many mouths to feed, man. As far as running backs go,
With the
So-
Eagles or the
they
Well,
got a new offensive coordinator. Don't they have a new offensive coordinator?
they do.
Yeah, they got new
So-
offense and defense.
So we don't know what
Yeah,
that's going to look like with
That's,
Javon.
I didn't even think about that. Joe.
Swift.
That's a great point.
So I mean, you know what Hurts is going to do in the receiving game with his receivers. We don't know what the run game is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got
It could be a disaster.
well, Rashad Penny and DeAndre Swift they look good so far. So, and then all
He'll
of a
probably fit
sudden,
right in.
They'll plug in Boston Scott for no damn reason, and he'll get like 2
know.
touchdowns with like 4
And then
yards.
why? And then Kenneth Gainwell, like for what? Why do you even have this guy? I mean, he played well in the Super Bowl, but why do you need 4 running backs?
Yeah.
Because his name is Gainwell.
Oh boy. Nah.
He gains
But-
well.
They love him
Gainwell.
here, man. They love him here.
Yeah. So you guys all have the Eagles for this one?
Yeah.
Or Patriots?
Let's ruin Tom
Not-
Brady's. The Eagles got to ruin Tom Brady's comeback to Boston.
Given
Yeah.
that the
And they
took
still
one of
talk
his
shit
guys.
about that Super Bowl, so
Yeah, that's fair enough.
it's the only one they
Never
got to
forget that game.
talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro, that game was crazy.
It was.
I
Like
was
1,000
dying on the couch of food poisoning while my mom was throwing back fireball shots.
Oh, I remember you did tell me about that. I do remember that.
Oh, Olamide Zaccheaus went to the Eagles, bro.
Oh wow. Interesting.
He's the third receiver.
He's the third receiver there. Okay. Interesting. All right.
And you know what? Jalen
What?
Hurts can get him the football. So
That's true. He definitely has the arm for that. Rams at the Seahawks. I think we got the Seahawks. I don't even think Cooper Kupp.
0-0.
0-0. Wow.
I got this.
Well, Cooper, we already know Cooper Kupp's been ruled out. I mean, that's the Seahawks all the way. It's already over.
Stafford's going to throw 2 pick sixes, and Geno Smith is going to, he's probably going to play well.
Yeah.
Hey, Seattle got Bobby Wagner back.
Yes, the tail end of his career, but that's a good locker room guy, So, I think it's pretty straightforward. The Seahawks should have this, and they're home, so
Yeah.
Is
Dolphins.
that a 4 o'clock game?
Yes, at 4:00. Dolphins at the Chargers.
That's a good game right
That's
there.
a good game.
I'm going to
Justin Herbert is due for a bounce back season, man.
I gotta go Chargers. The travel week 1, and also I don't know if Tua's head is still jello or not.
Oh yeah, after that
What time is that game at? 4?
4:30. Yeah.
Miami's traveling, so yeah, I gotta roll Chargers on that, man.
And
Yeah.
Chargers, the Chargers can't lay an egg for the first game of the year after what they did in the playoffs last year. So
Who'd they play in the playoffs?
the Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember that comeback?
Bro, listen, my brother was at that game, and the women made him leave while the Jaguars were winning. Oh no, while the Chargers were winning. So they left.
You missed the comeback.
Bro, they left the game and missed the comeback.
Wow.
Is he a Chargers fan?
No, he's a Redskins fan, but
He's just at the
we
game.
live
Oh,
we
okay.
live close to Jacksonville, so
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, if he was a fan of the team and he missed that, man, that's a card for Dome for the rest of life.
that,
Yeah, dog.
that must have been a crazy game.
Or maybe he was just bad luck.
I know, right? With his exit, they come back.
I will say this though, I think that game has the potential to be very high scoring.
Yes, that's what I think it's gonna be.
You know,
I can't call it, man.
What if Joey
I'll
Bosa
go with the
kills
Chargers since
Tua?
they're home. I can't really call it.
What if Joey Bosa kills Tua? Who's gonna throw for the like?
Who's their backup? Matt
Tua's
Moore?
First game back.
White?
is against
Yeah,
That
Joey
White,
Bosa.
his name is White. The hell's that guy's name that came from the Jets? The backup to
Mike
Tua.
White.
Mike White.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the backup.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
I will say this. This game has some serious fantasy implications.
Oh hell.
You got mad people like, first of all, Justin Herbert has the NFL record for the most yards in 3 seasons.
Mm.
If Keenan Allen can stay healthy, you know, Mike Williams, you already know he's going to be hurt in like week 3.
Facts.
But Eckler, you know, they're all under a new offensive coordinator, so that's the only thing that concerns me about the Chargers. You know what Derwin James is going to do? Like they're going to be okay on defense.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to, you remember 2 years ago when I think they lost to, who won that game? They beat the Raiders to make the playoffs, or the Raiders beat them?
They beat the Raiders. No, the Raiders made it that year, I think. So the Raiders
Right,
beat them
in the last game of the season.
Yeah.
So, but this game right here could very well be important for the playoffs, man, because you know Miami's going to be in the mix.
And stuff. Yeah.
So this is a big game right here. I mean, Tua better bring his A game. But you remember early in the season last year, Tua was having some monster games. Remember that game against the Ravens?
Oh yeah.
So
like 500 yards.
20 still had a break.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, Chargers probably win this because they're at home, but
yeah,
it's a big game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm going Chargers.
The next game is the old classic rivalry, Packers at the Bears.
Ooh, I thought you were going with Dallas Giants already.
No, I think this is the oldest rivalry in NFL history. I think Packers and Bears.
And I think it's like tied.
9-6 Packers.
9-6.
I gotta go 14-10 Green Bay.
I got 17-14 Green Bay. Ish.
What do you think about Jordan Love?
I think he's going to be okay. I don't think he's going to have the pressure because I don't think anybody's expecting anything from him. Because
I will say, Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs are both banged up right now. I don't think either of them didn't.
I don't think they play either. That's why I said only 9 for them.
Damn,
I mean, Aaron Jones does play well against the Bears, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. I mean,
if
I don't know nothing about.
I'm changing I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Yeah, I mean,
they're both injured. I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Who are they gonna throw the ball to? Jaden Reed?
Yeah, that's exactly. I don't know.
Well,
Luke
Musgrave. It's not like Justin Fields actually throws it to his receivers anyways. He just runs it everywhere because
you got DJ Moore now.
That's true. Okay, maybe all right. Maybe it's 9-9 tie.
Oh wait, they have Darnell Mooney. He's still good.
Gosh. Oh god.
The fact that they put pickles on their hot dogs, I could never pick the Bears.
Man,
fucking
the Bears issues were mainly predicated on a terrible offensive line, which I don't think I heard they've tried to fix, but I don't know. But the fact that the 2 starting receivers for the Packers are banged up, I'll just go with them. And they're home, so yeah, I'll give it to the Bears. They win narrowly.
All right, we'll roll with the Bears.
Yeah.
Hey, they did win their opener last year against us.
That's true. That is true. I do remember that.
That was the Robbie Gold Bowl.
That was was that the one with the monsoon, or was that
that was the monsoon?
Yeah, it's funny.
We had more penalty yards. We had more penalty yards than they had offensive yards for their offense.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Cowboys at Giants. Woo, Sunday night.
Man,
I'm picking the G-Men.
I'm picking the Giants too, man. I think shit.
It's going to be a good one.
I mean, the
It's gonna be a good
G-Men.
game, but I'm picking the G-Men.
The G-Men have built through the trenches. Is Tony Pollard healthy? Is Dak even giving a shit about the Cowboys anymore? Like, their secondary is gonna be good, but
Bro, somebody
Danny
picked
Dimes
Dallas
did-
to go to the Super Bowl.
who? Ebo?
This
No.
it was this dude on the Peter King podcast.
Was it the same guy that said on Reddit that we were trading Nick Bosa to the fucking Cleveland Browns, who, by the way, got paid today?
Had to throw that in there, huh, Minos?
Yes.
I think that's going to be a grinded out game, though, man. I think
I do too. I do too.
I think they're going to try to run the ball both teams.
Danny
So, I
Dimes
mean-
is Darren Waller now.
He's
He
got a
does.
lot of vertical threats now.
That's really dangerous for us as
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
They got at least 3 of their receivers are vertical threats now.
Saquon
Paris
is
Campbell.
playing for a deal.
Jalen Hyatt has got speed.
Yeah.
And then
Don't forget about Slayton.
Slayton, exactly.
Slayton.
Slayton. It's like at least 3 of them. They got like Wandale Robinson and Sterling to take the underneath routes.
Oh God.
So
Sterling Shepard.
they're an interesting team to watch. At this point, I don't think Danny Dimes has any more excuses. I think now he has a decent enough weapons to at least.
He's got the
show
line.
you.
He's got the line, and he's got solid options. I mean, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, the biggest problems that the Cowboys have been having the last few years are against those physical, knock you the fuck around teams,
Yeah,
and that's what the Giants have built themselves to be.
yeah,
Right.
I mean, Trayvon Diggs can't pick off a pass if he's getting clocked by, somebody running downhill at him.
yeah. And they
I
got
got to tell you, if they get like a monster season for DeMarcus Lawrence, but you
That's
can't get 7 sacks from one of your top defensive players. You know what I mean? That's not going to
Yeah.
cut it.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Obviously Micah Parsons, what he's going to do. Diggs is
Yeah.
good, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
No, I agree.
I got to pick the Giants in this game too, man. But I will say this: end of the season, Dallas probably wins that one.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to
history.
split.
As history has taught us.
Well, end of the season, Trey Lance is going to come in and win it for Dallas or some shit.
He's going to go. Hey,
Y'all are
today."
laughing, but I don't think it's far-fetched that Trey Lance has a shot to actually win this starting job.
I
Yo,
believe
you
it.
know how crazy it would be if like the playoffs come around and there's a football game in the playoffs between the Niners and the Cowboys, and it's Trey Lance
Bro.
is Sam Darnold. Could you imagine that shit? I would probably be throwing things in my house.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I think it's
Lego.
one of the best.
Sam
one of those-
Darnold's got a Lego head.
Nah, this is definitely one of the most interesting games of week 1. So let's see how that. But I do have the Giants edging it. Last game, Monday night game, Bills at the Jets, Meadowlands.
I think the Bill. I don't know. I still think there's some like friction there between Diggs and Allen. I don't know, but I just don't think the cohesiveness is there yet for the Jets.
Yeah, I'll take a game or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna put up a competition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna crap himself. I mean, he looks like he's having fun again playing football.
Yeah, he does.
One
But
thing I'll say about the Jets is that just shut up and go play football. Don't be talking about you might be one of the all-time greatest defenses ever. Because-
they've been yapping, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean that's what DJ Reed said. Now, DJ Reed is, he's good, but if you guys want to go out and be elite and be with the best, shut the hell up and go play football.
Yeah.
Like, don't be out here talking about, oh, we might be like LOB. Oh, we might be like Monsters of the Midway. Just go play.
Just play.
We know you're good, but
You're right.
go show us you're good.
GJ Reed is talking all that shit. Didn't we cut him?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But
I will say this though. There's a lot of 49er defensive influence on that team though. I mean,
with Salah,
but also don't forget their defensive coordinator was a pretty good linebacker for us too before he was an assistant with Salah, Jeff Ulbrich. Jeff Ulbrich, I mean, he was a great Niner. I wouldn't say great, but he held it down until this guy named Patrick Willis decided to come play.
Yeah. Nah. Who you guys got in this one?
I got the Bills.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't know how people are picking the Jets to win 13 games, brother. That's too soon for that. No.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers always seems to win 13 games and then get blown out by us.
Right.
Now he doesn't have to worry about that. But I think for the time, well, we'll see. Let me not say anything. I do have the Buffalo Bills winning this game. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's also uncertainty with Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall. We don't know what their rushing attack's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Garrett Wilson's great, but I mean, you have Tre'Davious White is healthy, so Garrett Wilson's going to be locked down probably. So yeah, Rodgers is great, but he's also new. And
but he's got Lazard and Cobb though.
Exactly, he does have that. But yeah, because what's his name? Corey Davis retired. So.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
Borderline bust.
He's a bust, brother.
He's a top 5 pick, right?
He had like one giant game with the Titans, and that's
yeah. So
sometimes, man, they just don't get it. It just doesn't click.
It's like Tajay Sharp, same thing with the Titans, bro.
Didn't make it. Yeah. Anyway, week 1 in the books. Can't wait to come back and discuss how that first week goes, and our thoughts on the games. And football's back, y'all. Football's back. So stay tuned. We have a good long season ready for y'all. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll be back next week.
Yeah, hopefully we got a few more guys that, aren't afraid to talk about their shitty teams.
I'll try and get Herb or somebody else on here too next week.
Well, I can tell you what, Candace, my cousin Candace, I mean, she's the biggest sports chick I've ever known.
No, she can come on. Is she down? Will she be available at these hours to talk when we're?
She might be. I mean, she actually works for Prize Picks, so she's always working from home. But she knows more about sports than any woman I've ever met.
Perfect. We'd love to.
She's a big Dolphins fan, so
love that. Oh, perfect.
She would
Another
come on
different
here.
fan, even better. So, whenever she's available. Definitely, we'll have her on. Just a matter of sending her the link, and she just tune in. We're in. So, but yeah, I love it. Thank you all again. We're out until we review week 1. Y'all be safe. Peace.